John Boston, MD of CIL. I've been with the company for 36 years, but I actually did 10 years before that at STC in Devon doing optoelectronic packaging. So combination of those years and CIL, I've spent 45 years in either semiconductor packaging or complex PCBA assembly. There is probably nothing here that an individual can buy in a shop or Amazon or anything like that. It's all what I would call professional equipment.
Yeah.
So it ranges from automotive power electronics, premium motorsport, Formula E, normal advanced road cars, not normal road cars, but advanced premium cars, defense electronics, increasingly space.
Yeah.
We've always, for 22, 24 years, done downhole oil and gas electronics. I would say 80% of our customers now are either OEM or tier ones, and they don't require, it is an absolute given that you have to demonstrate process control. So you've got to put more inspection equipment in, more verification equipment in, more quality people doing the metrics, not just a thing saying we're really good quality, prove it.
Originally we had a 2D AOI system and it did as well, but with the new 3D AOI systems coming online and the higher volumes, we wanted to automate things. We went out, did a lot of investigation, saw many different systems. Along the way, we heard about Koh Young and reached out, made contact with Joe and his team, had some really good conversations. We talked about what the machines could do to us versus what our old systems were doing. We had a lot of information. They were really good about the return on our investment and where we'd be in the future as we looked at them. We had some very good demonstrations on products that we were currently running and the step change from where we were with the 2D to the 3D, and how we could remove a lot of the human error from our old manual validation of the actual programs. It all went very well.
One of the things I say to all equipment suppliers is getting in here is quite tough, but because one of the things we're looking for is we're not like a catapult or a university. If a piece of equipment breaks or goes down for whatever reason, we're probably going to lose 15 to 20,000 pounds a day on that one piece of equipment every single day. When we buy a bit of equipment, it's not just its capability, it's the backup and support that goes with it. And then once we've decided on it, like Koh Young or our printers or our placement machines, generally we stick with them.
They've become ingrained as part of CIL's process. The two original machines are still standing as batch systems. As a contract manufacturer, the jobs are constantly starting and stopping, so we've kept them as that. And then we've brought in our new facility up the road. We now have 3 inline Koh Young inspection machines. And then this one has been here for 4 months, so this will be the first one inline at our current main facility for Service Mount. There's another one on order now, and they're looking good for the future as well.
I've worked with Koh Young for 15 years in many guises, in previous roles, so I know probably the machine fairly well. For me, it's key that it's the only 3D measurement system out there. Historically, a lot of other suppliers will give you a 2D system with a camera bolted on, say it's 3D. These are true 3D measurement systems. It's 3D from the ground up. So the training is very easy to implement with the support of the likes of Altus, because again, we are measuring. We're not using a subjective image to be able to interpret that data. Because we want to use them as, say, the process indicator that they're designed to do. Initially, we had them offline. That's very reactive, sort of after the event. What we want to do is bring them inline, and as soon as we see an issue, it allows the operator at SMT to react to the process further upstream. And because again, it's measurement and we're able to measure to IPC, it's clear cut. You know, is it a pass, is it a fail? So it's a very useful measurement system, not only for us internally, but for our customers.
We moved from a 2D AOI system to the Koh Young equipment, and we found it to be world class, really easy to program, really straightforward to interpret the results. Again, tying in with my work with the standards, there's settings within the machines that we can actually straight away just say this must conform to IPC class 2 or class 3, and the settings are all there already. We haven't got to worry about going back through the book and checking that those measurements are correct. They're all actually set up for us, which has been a great help.
Software is very important. Most of the programming is now done away from the line, probably about 80 to 90% of it. And then the last part of the programming is done actually online with the physical product, just to make sure that everything matches the theoretical background offline program. Once the machine's up and running, the statistics are all sent to the server. We can do review on the line, we can do review remotely, but we also use the K-Smart software as well to monitor either upstairs in the planning office, upstairs in engineering. Any of us can access it from our desks and see what exactly is going on the line, how many boards have passed per batch. If they are failing, are they false fails, are they real fails, what can we actually do about them? And it highlights that very, very quickly. We can go back with the serial number of the board. It could have been 6 months, it could be a year, and we can go back and see what did that job look like when it went through the machine. Was whatever the fault diagnosis is, was it highlighted? Was it part of this? Was this good? In which case you can look further along down the line at follow-on processes.
It's also making sure that you're adaptable. So if you've got a machine that does one type of thing, then you're not adaptable enough to then do multiple different kinds of product. And our view is that the machines that we've got should, like I say, be able to do the very basic to the very complex and push the boundaries for us. When we've done some boards that are over 4,500 to 5,000 different components on them in multiple positions, then you need the equipment that can not only populate that, but also inspect it and verify you've done the right thing.
Building the partnerships with various companies is very important, and it's something that CIL have always looked to do. So actually building up those relationships with our suppliers, so they know that we will come and speak to them, but we know that we will get a high level of support from those as well, which is very important, because obviously we're trying to minimise downtime and keep the systems up and running.
Altus will always help us to look at what's next, look at what we can do with our current equipment, what do we need to learn, what do we need to be thinking of, because there's things that we'll look at that we've probably not even tried yet, and that's what they're there for. They're there to support us to do that.
Go back 2021, middle of COVID, we operated all the way through COVID. We were doing 15 million turnover. Our end of year is June, just gone. We did 37 million. We are targeting 47 million this year. Can we actually see 100 million potential in the next 5 years? And the answer to that is 100%.